Today, ladies and gentlemen, me and BlankBoy are teaming up to talk about some of the worst cartoon worlds to live in. And if y'all want to see a part 2, make sure to comment any shows that I missed. But growing up and watching some of these shows as a kid on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or even Disney, I really thought living in some of these fictional universes would be all sunshines and rainbows. But hell no. You do not want to step foot inside of some of these worlds unless you want your life to become a living nightmare. My entire goal is to show you guys some of the worst neighborhoods that you couldn't even pay me to live inside. And we're gonna start it all off with an absolute classic. So I'm 99% sure everyone who used to watch cartoons when they were younger stumbled upon the magnificent show called SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants! Well, that's unless you live under a rock, no pun intended. But the Bikini Bottom is widely recognized as one of the most miserable cities to live your life inside. Yes, even worse than Gotham City, because imagine driving your way to McDonald's to buy your son a Happy Meal, but then you somehow stumble upon the worst driver of all time, SpongeBob SquarePants, who starts hysterically chuckling like the psychopath that he is. And I hate his laugh. Shut your As bro proceeds to rear-end your boat, literally sending Squidward through the spiky death machine, had bro yelling in straight agony, ending his life. How did they even acquire this machine? Like, SpongeBob's ability to drive on the road is on the same level as Kai Cenat trying to properly read a sentence.
And frantically.
Because why is Mrs. Puffs, the same driving instructor who got PTSD from SpongeBob driving, put her entire body and life on the line, even went to prison to do time because SpongeBob decided to blow up half of Bikini Bottom? Why in the world is she allowing this knucklehead to operate on the same roads as these law-abiding citizens who were literally praying for their lives? Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. SpongeBob has failed his driver's test over 1 million times, taking him 26 years to finally get his license. And what pisses me off the most is that SpongeBob's entire goal is to rage bait people whenever he's on the road, because he literally starts eating a Krabby Patty and reading a newspaper. My man's has absolutely no regard for human life, absolutely no hands on the steering wheel, even started shaving his non-existent beard. Like my dog, there's nothing there, as SpongeBob proceeds to keep driving down this one-way road which literally has a sign right here, but he ignores it, even causing a car crash. But it even gets worse, bro.
How's it going?
Like, imagine getting your car destroyed and SpongeBob is just smiling while he drives away. My dog, how are you gonna explain this to your insurance company? And the amount of crime SpongeBob has committed should not be overlooked, because peep how he parks his car against this rock, sending Mrs. Puff and Squidward flying into the air, crashing into some more cars.
You can't keep getting away with it!
So Mr. Krabs makes the deadly mistake of hopping into SpongeBob's car, which is literally the equivalent of signing your own death wish, because you're telling me you somehow crashed straight into the Krusty Krab and broke down the entire wall by accident?
Oh, broken wall. Coincidence? I think not!
Like, I low-key feel bad for Mr. Krabs, because the amount of money he spent trying to repair the Krusty Krab just because SpongeBob absolutely sucks at driving is actually mind-blowing. Like, just imagine living inside of Bikini Bottom and you're just trying to get some good eats at your local restaurant. Well, now you gotta worry about not dying at all times. You're better off ordering takeout from the Chum Bucket, and their food sucks. Now, I really want to talk about living beside SpongeBob as a friendly neighbor in the Bikini Bottom because it is genuinely paid. I'm convinced Squidward is a paid actor because the amount of times he's gotten rage baited by SpongeBob and literally done nothing about it is very impressive, because my man Squidward is just trying to get a good night of sleep without getting his house destroyed, which has happened over 25 different times.
Shut your mouth, you mediocre clarinet player.
Mediocre? Mediocre?
Like, Squidward could literally be taking a shower and he would still get interrupted. Like, if my neighbor tried these type of shenanigans on me, I would have to eat them alive. Like, there's this one instance where Squidward's house goes flying into a literal fire volcano. Like, dude, how the heck is that even possible? But now it's time to pass the mic over to my dog, BlankBoy.
We can't mention the worst cartoon worlds to live in without mentioning the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's no positive place to live in this world. You either gotta choose between O'Block or Compton. If you're born in Airbender, that means you, your auntie, your granddad, everyone you love are gonna get melted. Whole temple smelling of straight barbecue chicken, all because the Fire Nation trying to get a head start on killing the Avatar and don't want to do any investigative journalism to figure out who the actual Avatar is. I would have been in the background like, hey, he's over here. Why all of us gotta die? But maybe you're lucky and you don't get spawned into immediate genocide. Okay, let's say you're part of the Water Tribe. North Tribe or South Tribe, it doesn't matter. You choosing between White Castle or Taco Bell, both still horrible eats. If you're part of the Southern Water Tribe, the Fire Nation is gonna cripple your culture and economy, giving you the GDP of 50 cents, leaving nothing to bring any sort of hope. They're gonna come in and systematically capture or kill every waterbender in your tribe, which I don't think I have to explain how detrimental that is. Those are their superpowers. Imagine you take any of the strong, good superheroes and Mark Grayson's powers away, that's a piece of them gone. That's the biggest part of their culture gone. Oh, and if you're a part of the Northern Water Tribe, don't worry. The Fire Nation is gonna launch a massive siege. Zhao is gonna assassinate a perfectly good fish, didn't even throw some butter and salt on that junk first, killing the ocean spirit, stripping the Northern Waterbenders of their powers.
That's rough, buddy.
But hey, maybe you're born in the Fire Nation. You are going to be forced to murder innocent people and live under straight North Korea jurisdiction. You mess around and laugh the wrong way, Ozai might come through and scar you up too, claiming you brought shame to the Fire Nation as well. Not to mention, maybe you recognize what's done is an atrocity and there's absolutely nothing you could do about it except sit back and watch it all happen as it eats you up on the inside emotionally. But maybe you're born as part of the Earth Kingdom. Well, for one, your central government in Ba Sing Se is owned by the Fire Nation.
There is no war within the walls.
And your president is a puppet figurehead for them.
Ba Sing Se remains a peaceful, orderly utopia.
Stop the cap!
And if even a word of that is leaked, you will be kidnapped and brainwashed like any Blueface music listener clearly has been to like that music. While the Fire Nation is also drilling your land of all its resources. And now imagine living in any of these places and you get the absolute worst luck of being born a non-bender on top of it. In constant war, dudes chucking hurricanes, volcanoes, and earthquakes at you, and you just like, watch these kicks though. Man, death is better than living in the world of Avatar. Not to mention, your savior is a middle schooler who's bald. We're cooked.
In the next cartoon world that you would never want to live inside is none other than... But I know you guys remember that absolute banger of a TV show, Jimmy Neutron. But what if I told you that this show has the craziest villains that are even worse than the DC universe? Cause we really had Ghostface straight terrorizing these kids, chasing after them. Imagine trying to have fun at the sleepover, but then a freaky ass monster pops out of nowhere and starts talking about...
He liked to eat. Children, boy children, just about your age.
You what?
Like, Jimmy Neutron might be the worst cartoon world, because imagine seeing KSI in his massive forehead spawn into the city of Retroville. Like, I would be terrified for my life as big brain Sheen starts making citizens float in the air, then drops them straight onto the floor, making them take fall damage. Like, imagine your own day one homeboy switch up on you and start spawning electricity from his big ass forehead, proceeding to electrocute the crap out of you. Like, dude, where is the law enforcement? Police! And if you're a friend of Jimmy Neutron inside of this world, you can call yourself dead meat, because him and his friends were literally being hunted by random space aliens. As we see the entire city of Retroville being abducted into these spaceships, it does not matter what age you are, you're getting scooped up.
You're a victim.
Like, imagine trying to download GTA 6, but even before you make it to the main menu, an alien race pulls up on you and abducts you from planet Earth. There's genuinely no city worse than Retroville. But now it's time to cover one of the craziest episodes of Jimmy Neutron. So it all starts off in outer space with Jimmy Neutron and the crew chilling, living every teenager's dream, screwing around in a spacecraft, you know, just usual unemployed activities. But while these boys are headed back to Earth, they have to cross the radiation belt, but Cindy over here starts trash talking Jimmy, so he challenges her to an arm wrestling match. And while these three knuckleheads are distracted, we see the ship pass right through the electricity, and now the ship is disabled while they're falling straight to planet Earth. They're simply cooked. But we get this Looney Tunes landing with the ship crashing onto Earth, and somehow the gang is still alive with not even a single bruise on their body. Like, I swear if this wasn't a kid show, they would all be 6 feet under right now. But then Sheen and Rod Wave notice that Jimmy has a sunburn. Buddy just switched sides all of a sudden. He was just Eminem's skin color, but turns out his skin color changed because of the rays from the radiation belt. And now Cindy got super strength all of a sudden, throwing this item into the air, almost killing an elderly woman. Watch where you're throwing. But apparently Sheen is now the Flash, showing us his super speed, out here traveling at the speed of light. And as if it couldn't get any crazier, Libby then unlocks invisibility powers on command. Like, dog, where were my superpowers as a kid? And to top it all off, Rod Wave unlocks burping powers and destroys a bunch of cars on the side of the road. Like, bro, someone please hide the food from Carl Weezer. So then all 5 of these kids make a vow to only use their powers for good and to protect the world from evil, knowing damn well they're lying right now. But their group name is the N-Men, and they do not look intimidating at all. Like, if I'm a robber and I see these goofballs roaming around the streets, that's an easy lick for me. Who let these bootleg Avengers suit up? So Cindy swats away Jimmy like a fly, sending him right into a cart of oranges. Like, bro, what did he even do? But Uncle Sam was not liking these shenanigans. But then Cindy starts doing some dumb stuff, using a recycling lid as a boomerang, and literally breaks a part of this building. But then Carl uses his burping powers and sends it flying across the city, almost hitting the old lady again. Like, man, get your musty breath off of the screen. I can smell you from over here, dog. But we see Sheen being a good citizen, picking up a bunch of garbage off of the ground, only for bro to cause a gigantic tornado from his super speed. And Sheen is really gonna hit this pose like he did something. Like, dog, it's time to take off the suit and retire. And Libby is out here using her invisibility to scare people away, and Carl starts using his monster breath to cause even more property damage than the Avengers. Like, nah, these boys are really doing everything but actually saving the city. But then finally the army pulls up and starts abducting these little kids for their villainous activities. Funny how they only left Jimmy to be free. Bro really has no superpowers. He's not even a threat to society. Like, they even all started laughing at Jimmy's face, even his own friends. Like, this has to be another level of disrespect. But nah, don't come to me for help now. I'm not saving any of y'all.
A few moments later.
So the general takes the crew hostage to a remote location, and he even flexes how the base is indestructible from this rocket launcher.
Make yourselves at home.
Hey, y'all are not getting out of here anytime soon. So fast forward 3 days later, and Jimmy is out here losing it. Bro's going through his canon event right now. Even the dog was like... and this absolute anger causes for Jimmy to turn into the freaking Incredible Hulk. Hey, I guess Lil Bro did have superpowers all along, he just had to activate them. And look at how huge Bro is, he looks like the Thing from Fantastic Four. So Jimmy pulls up to the city straight, putting fear in everyone's lives, throwing cars and yelling how he's gonna crush everyone that he sees. But of course, the army starts blicking Bro down, but Jimmy retaliates by throwing this cooler into the air and almost blows these pilots into straight smithereens. Like, oh my goodness, I do not remember this episode when I was younger. And Jimmy starts hitting Mario hops, arriving in the middle of the desert. Even his inner self tells him to lock in or else this is gonna end bad for him. But meanwhile, we see the crew trying to escape the facility that they're trapped in, and Liddy's out here using a force field to protect them. But then Carl clutches up, causing a massive burp, breaking the glass above them, which allows the group to escape the area successfully. But Jimmy is a straight beast, eating tank missiles like it's nothing, and so Bro runs away and scares away this soldier, and then he starts spinning this thing around and then knocks away these two tanks in an instant. Like, gang, you can't just be out here destroying military property. This stuff is mad expensive. So then Cindy pulls up right in the nick of time, saving this tank by using her flying powers, telling the general to call those troops off that he was just sending in. And I'm not gonna lie, they were straight aura farming until Carl had to come in and ruin it. So then Jimmy starts getting absolutely pieced up by Livy, who's invisible right now, and she literally knocks the goofy out of Jimmy. But even that wasn't enough to knock him into normal form, because Carl activates a colossal burp, sending a massive shockwave around the area, which had Jimmy in the Yamcha pose, straight laid out. And of course, the only cure to the Hulk's problems is a snow bunny like Natasha Romanoff. And so Cindy calms Bro down, and it finally ends here safely.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip!
Now, Beyblade Metal Fusion is the only show where you'll see 15-year-old kids committing acts of straight terrorism over spinning metal tops. But let me introduce you guys to the greatest menaces of Beyblade, starting off with our first character.
Alright, so the scene starts and wait, hold on for a second. Did my guy Ryuga just summon a dragon? Like, bro, since when did Beyblade get this wild? Bro, I know I ain't the only one freaking out while watching this. Cause bro, what am I witnessing right now? I don't know if I'm watching Beyblade Metal Fusion or Dragon Ball Z. My guy Ryuga casually picks up his Beyblade as if he didn't just murder everyone. Because look, there's no reason for you to be knocked out on the ground after a Beyblade battle, bro. Like, I remember launching my Beyblade as a kid, and the worst possible outcome was, maybe my hands might get a bit sore from ripping the string too hard. But getting sent to the gulag is a whole different story. I think some of you power scaling nerds might have to start scaling Ryuga, because there's no way he should have these kinds of abilities in a show where kids battle with their blades.
Just how strong are you going to become?
Like, bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. This kid could literally solo Thanos if he wants to. Like, my guy Ryuga should be working alongside the Avengers, because at this point, they need to sign him a max contract, because he does not belong in this show. Did this dude just eat a Mario power-up? Because tell me, how did he just get that huge all of a sudden? Like, what do they be feeding this man to be looking like this? Because where were my power-ups when I was a kid? So now it's Ryuga versus Kyoya, and my guy gets all confident and starts talking about,
It really is kind of funny, isn't it, Ryuga?
my guy, the only thing that's funny is about to be how your Beyblade is about to get demolished. So then both of these kids just let their Beyblades rip like their life is on the line. And it starts off pretty normal until something crazy happens. Like, bro, tell me how Ryuga's blade just did all that damage. You're telling me a small metal blade just ripped through the entire ground? How's that even humanely possible? And to put the icing on the cake, Ryuga literally breaks all laws of gravity. Got that man Isaac Newton confused out here. And he literally just starts clashing his Beyblade against the wall. Like, oh nah. Bro, someone needs to take away Ryuga's Beyblade ASAP, because if he decides to launch it directly at someone, it's gonna instantly make them disintegrate. And Ryuga thinks he's the coldest villain, because he pulls out quotes like he's Thanos, and only talks in IG captions, straight one-liners.
Looks like you've put more energy into words than actions.
I know deep down inside, my guy Jenga was shivering in his boots every time he had to face Ryuga. I'm talking having straight nightmares of him. Alright, so these random NPCs pull up on Ryuga for smoke, and they start talking about,
Come with us quietly, please.
but we'll take you with us by force if we have to.
Like, bro, I low-key feel bad for these people because they had no clue how big of a menace Ryuga actually is. So Ryuga launches his Beyblade. And wait, hold on for a second. Did he just use his own hand to rip that? Ryuga starts laughing as his Beyblade knocks every other blade out. And this isn't even the mind-blowing part yet, cause just wait. Because you wanna know what Ryuga does? Yep, you guessed it. This dude spawns in a whole dragon. Like, oh nah. Alright, so then Ryuga literally catches 5 bodies at one time. Like, bro, someone put this kid in timeout. Where are his parents? And how are they just letting him murder people in broad daylight? Like, bro, you cannot convince me that this was actually a kid's show. It's a pretty normal day for Ryuga, right? He's just casually walking in the forest, minding his own business. But out of nowhere, he sees a whole tiger. Like, oh nah. So then the kid in the back, like any other logical person, would try getting away from a tiger, right? Like, I don't know what he was doing though. Like, what is that goofy ass climb? But on the other hand, I want you guys to take a close look at Ryuga. Cause this man is literally standing still as if a beast that can turn him into his personal KFC isn't just staring him down. Not only that, but he starts walking towards the tiger. Like, bro, do you want to get sent to a Juice WRLD concert? So you're telling me that this is a 15-year-old kid who likes to spin Beyblades in his free time? Yeah, I'm not buying it, bro. At age 15, I was playing with my Legos in my basement. This is not normal behavior, bro. Ryuga is such a menace that he literally makes the tiger run away. Like, oh nah. This guy has insane aura. Cause how do you make a whole beast run away from you and you're a child? So next up, we got Ryuga pulling out a dragon tornado thing or whatever you want to call it. And he just starts breaking the entire stadium. Like, oh nah. Like, bro, you cannot make this stuff up. Cause where is the referee? Like, how are dragons allowed in a Beyblade match? This isn't adding up, bro. So you're gonna sit here and tell me with a straight face that all of that fire came from that small-ass Beyblade. And then Ryuga just hits a pose like that's something a normal kid would do. Like, bro, you're mentally insane at the age of 15. Just accept it. Move on. So Ryuga is fighting another opponent, but this time his blade is spinning at a crazy speed. And we got everyone in the back with their scouters analyzing Ryuga's blade, and even this dude knows he's cooked. Facing Ryuga is literally asking for a death sentence, because let's be honest, what chance you got at beating Ryuga? That's right, you got none. My guy starts talking about his ultimate ability that El Drago has. You're telling me that the ability you have is to go Super Saiyan? Like, bro, this makes no sense. Bro, what's wrong with you? Ryuga then launches a big fire beam through the sky, and at this point, if I'm the opponent, best believe I'ma be gone in 0.2 nanoseconds. The guy that Ryuga is fighting literally has a peacock as a special ability. I'm weak. Like, bro, I'm just confused as to how you enter the arena knowing you were about to get cooked, having that weak-ass animal. Try! Keep in mind that Ryuga is literally a teenager and he's pulling out moves like he's Goku or something. Like, bro, someone please power scale this man. So Ryuga's getting cooked over here, and we got this dude trash talking him crazy and making him real mad. But there's one thing in Beyblade which you shouldn't do, which is to piss Ryuga off. Cause watch what he does, bro. Ryuga channels his inner Naked 30, and hold on for a second. Look at his aura. I bet he could give Vegeta a real good run for his money. So then Ryuga and the other guy start clashing it out with their Beyblades, and they both summon their abilities and start rushing each other. It looks like Ryuga obliterated the other dude, cause Ryuga really put his life into that move right there. Like, bro, since when did Beyblade get this serious, bro?
Like, if you looked me dead into my eyes and told me that you wanted to live inside of the Beyblade universe, I would smack the goofy out of you.
So the scene starts and my guy Kyoya is just walking around the city until these level 1 crooks pull up for smoke. Do you know someone is about to get cooked if they have a super cut haircut? Like, we got Vegeta over here, and then I don't even know what that is. That haircut is absolutely egregious. I don't even know how you leave the house looking like that, bro. Like, fire your barber. He's setting you up for failure.
You gotta fight the barber.
So then they all let their blades rip, and my guy Kyoya instantly wipes out every blade in less than 10 seconds. Like, he's really like that. And right after that happens, these people look mad shook. And you can't make this up, bro. Cause this dude gets on his knees and starts talking about, oh no, I lost. and then he proceeds to get on all fours. Like, bro, tell me that's not crazy. There is no reason for you to be on the ground like that after a Beyblade battle. Like, it's not that serious, gang. And then we pan over to Capricorn, who was literally camping in a whole tower. And I want you guys to hear this man's laugh. That right there is a man who is plotting something nefarious. Because look at this dude. He has a whole eye tracker. He's camping like it's Call of Duty, bro. Bro, you know it's serious when this dude Capricorn opens up his suitcase like he has attachments for a gun. Like, since when did it get that deep? So Capricorn gets ready to launch his Beyblade, and look at what he says.
Launch angle 02. Target locked.
Bro, what do you mean target locked? This dude is really trying to use his Beyblade as a sniper. Like, what show am I watching right now? Tell me, in what world should you ever be trying to exterminate someone on top of a whole tower using a spinning metal top? Bro, this guy really has a built-in eye tracker to locate his ops. Like, I can't take this seriously, bro. So Capricorn launches his Beyblade from at least 200 feet away. And Kyoya instantly senses a disturbance, and he barely manages to get out the way. Like, bro, I thought this was a kid's show, cause we really got teenagers trying to wipe people out using Beyblades disguised as snipers. Like, you're not slick, Capricorn. Kyoya tries to walk away as if nothing just happened, but deep down inside, we know he's shivering in his boots right now, cause he is wondering how a Beyblade almost just ended his life like that. But I mean, I don't blame him, cause the #1 rule when your ops are trying to hunt you down is to act unfazed. Take John Wick as a perfect example. Cause if they see you scared, they'll take advantage of you cause they know you're sweet. And even though Capricorn's plan failed to try and one-tap Kyoya, he really said, Job's not finished. Cause he starts bouncing around his blade to try and intimidate him. Like, bro, what did this man ever do to you? Cause look at how far Capricorn is controlling his Beyblade from. This dude needs to audition for the American Sniper. Cause this is outrageous behavior from a 15-year-old. And this is where things get even more crazy. Cause my guy Kyoya is trying to take a nap, so he lies on the bed. And you wanna know what happens? Bro, how is this even possible? Cause he gotta have Steph Curry accuracy to make his Beyblade enter through a tiny air vent. My guy Capricorn gotta have at least 20/20 eye vision to see even this far. Cause he literally starts controlling his Beyblade in Kyoya's own crib. Like, oh nah. Like, bro, if someone was trying to go to these types of extreme measures and trying to have a Beyblade battle with me, I'm not gonna lie, I would just battle them at that point. Like, might as well. But Kyoya wasn't trying to let any of that disrespect slide, so he catches Capricorn lacking. And look at this man. Bro, can you tell me on what planet is a Beyblade ripping through an entire person's hair like that? At this point, these metal things shouldn't be called Beyblades. They should be named Bay Killers, cause these kids treat these things like they're weapons, bro. And my guy Capricorn knew he was cooked if he didn't surrender right then and there. Cause if he didn't, he would have got turned into Cell. Capricorn puts his hands in the air and he's like, alright little bro, you caught me lacking this time. So the scene starts and I really thought it was gonna be a normal Beyblade battle for once. But turns out I was wrong. Cause you wanna know what this guy does? He literally turns into Gojo and pulls out his domain expansion in 0.2 seconds. Like, bro, did we just enter space? Like, oh nah. Bro, we really can't go a single episode in Beyblade without something wild happening. My guy literally spawns in a black hole and then starts absorbing both of their Beyblades. And he tells them that he can control both space and time. Like, bro, you're telling me a teenager has the powers of Doctor Strange? Like, I don't know if I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen, Avengers Endgame, or Beyblade right now. Like, what's exactly going on right now? Bro, can someone tell me, where are this kid's parents at? Like, this man needs to be locked up in a dungeon, cause this is literally Thanos in human form. So now we enter the final battle between Hikaru and Ryuga. And if your opponent is this kid right here, your best bet is to leave the arena ASAP if you want to at least make it out alive in your teens. So Hikaru turns into Nikkei 30 for like 5 seconds and starts talking about, like, what do you mean you're gonna win? After this fight is over, you're gonna have nightmares of Ryuga for eternity. And the menace himself, Ryuga, pulls up. And we get lightning bolts start to appear. And then this happens. Look! What is that thing, bro? That monster looks like something out of a horror movie. How is Beyblade even classified as a kid's show? Now, me personally, if I'm Hikaru right now, I'm gonna try my absolute best to get the referee to try and cancel the match. because even she starts questioning if she's gonna win. Like, oh nah, bro. This is a face of a man who's gonna make you regret even stepping into the ring. I knew she was cooked as soon as she struggled to even pull out her Beyblade. Like, this is unfair, bro. This battle is literally the equivalent to a prime LeBron James versus Muggsy Bogues. There's no chance. The match starts and we see a huge wave of lightning and Ryuga starts laughing already, talking about like, yeah, it's over. Pack your bags, cause there's no way out of this one. You're done. Ryuga then pulls out his final move and hold on for a second. Did he just power up a Kamehameha? Like, am I watching Dragon Ball right now? Ryuga then proceeds to summon a whole dragon. Like, bro, I promise you, it ain't that deep. It's just a Beyblade battle, bro. Like, calm down. So then everyone in the arena starts to run away like any normal person would before they get turned into smithereens. But you want to know what Hikaru does?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
Like, bro, do you want to get sent to a Juice WRLD concert? Cause why are you just standing there and looking at the dragon? Like you're about to get feasted on. And I want all of you guys to witness this without any commentary at all. Like, bro, you're telling me a little kid just destroyed that stadium with a small piece of metal? Like, there's gotta be something that we don't know, bro. Bro, I don't even think that Krillin can fire up an attack that large. You literally can't make this up, cause look at how much damage Ryuga caused with one blast. Like, who angered this man to do all this, bro? It ain't that deep. The cameraman pans over to Hikaru, and the next thing you know, she's out here hitting the Yamcha pose. So the scene starts and we got Genga inside of a rocket who's gonna travel to space. And for what reason, you may ask? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Like, bro, this is not normal behavior. You're telling me two teenagers are going to outer space in a show where kids are supposed to be playing with metal blades. And not to forget, they're leaving Earth without any bodysuits. Like, where are your parents, bro? Who in their right mind would give these little kids access to a whole rocket ship? There's something we don't know for sure, bro. So Jenga and this emo dude finally arrive at their destination. And to be honest, I'm surprised they didn't crash the rocket ship in the process of getting here. But wait, hold on for a second. Who taught these kids to fly rocket ships? Like, bro, they should be working for NASA right now. Cause I bet these psychopaths could be the first humans to ever reach Mars. I know for a fact that Elon Musk wants to kidnap Jenga so that he can force him to follow his orders. Like, even Neil Armstrong doesn't have nothing on Jenga. Cause I bet at the age of 15, he was eating crayons in his basement. So then both of them decide to get out the spaceship and put on their spacesuits. And I'm not gonna lie, they had me scared for a second. Cause I really thought they would hop into space with no gear on. And you guys wanna know what the crazy part is? Look at what Jenga says, bro. Oh, nah. What do you mean, can we really destroy these things? Jenga is literally acting like his Beyblade is a rocket launcher, bro. Like, I'm thinking to myself right now, there's no way a small spinning top can make an entire planet explode. Cause if that's the case, they might be stronger than every anime character, bro. So both of them pull out their Beyblades like they're some type of weapon. And you wanna know what happens? Bro, what am I watching right now? Ain't no way they just launched their Beyblades that hard to the point where it makes a whole crack on the moon. Like, this has to be some type of crime. Someone lock these kids up, bro. They somehow make the entire planet blow up into pieces, and these kids using their 200 IQ. You wanna know what they do?
Oh god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
You're telling me you saw the entire moon explode, and the best you could do was just sit there and watch? Like, bro, do you want to get wiped out of existence? I want you guys to think about this deeply. The author of Beyblade picked up his pen and said, you know what? Let's write a show about kids who destroy planets in their free time. Like, bro, who let him cook? Someone take away this man's ability to ever hop into a studio. This is not Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what he was thinking, bro. Alright, so now it's Jenga and his gang pulling up on Ryuga. But there's one problem. Look at this! Since when did they add attack choppers into Beyblade? Like, oh nah, this gotta be a DLC episode cause I ain't never seen this before. This is not Call of Duty. There's no reason for you to be launching Beyblades from the sky inside of a helicopter. Like, this is not a kid's show, boy.
Wait, no way, boy.
Jenga manages to somehow deflect all of the Beyblades without his blade getting destroyed. Like, bro, these Beyblades have to be made out of titanium cause I think they might be a bit too powerful. We clearly saw what happened right before this. Bro, they really surrounded Jenga and his entire crew like they had 5 stars on GTA. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Every blader starts putting in work with their Beyblades, but then all of a sudden, they start talking about how they might be cooked if they don't take out the helicopters right now. But then the cameraman pans over to my guy Kyoya, and we already knew he was plotting something, cause he instantly pulls out a special move. Like, oh nah. This man really summoned a bunch of tornadoes as if they were in actual danger, cause at this point, these Beyblades are not meant to be in their hands, bro. Kyoya is actually a menace to society, cause he somehow destroys all of the choppers. Like, bro, think about it. Imagine killing someone because they launched a Beyblade at you. Like, someone needs to power skill this man ASAP. Imagine asking a parent how their kid managed to die at the age of 12, but then you tell them that they died to a small piece of metal. Like, oh, nah, bro. I would just be sitting there laughing, I'm not gonna lie. So then everyone finally arrives at Ryuga's castle. And look at this man. He's chilling in this capsule like he's in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like, bro, who are your ops? It's not that serious. So the scene starts and we got Rock Lee from Temu doing push-ups alongside Phantom. And I'm thinking to myself, they're probably training for fun, right? But you guys want to know what Phantom says?
You're almost there! Only 3,000 more to go!
Bro, what do you mean 3,000 to go? In what world do you need to do that many push-ups to rip a Beyblade? I don't even think Goku was doing this much at his age. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if they're out there doing this much training, their ops are probably around the caliber of someone like Thanos, right? But nah. It's literal kids. Bruh. They both start running like they're in the Olympics for the 100-meter sprint. Like, bro, they start pulling tires like they're in the Navy. Like, what am I watching? Bro, we got this 10-year-old kid benching 3 plates on each side. Like, that's gotta be at least 300 pounds that he's lifting. Like, is that not crazy or am I just bugging? It's not that deep, bro. Like, go play with your Lego Star Wars set, because there's no way you should be lifting 50 times your body weight at the age of 10. Like, how's that even possible? And if that right there wasn't enough for y'all, Mini Rock Lee starts getting tossed to the ground over and over again. Like, how is this not classified as child abuse? Someone called the cops, bro, because Beyblade is getting out of hand at this point. I think we can all agree to that. Like, bro, the way he was throwing him around onto the ground, it would have seemed like he had personal beef with him, because there's no reason for you to be training like this unless you're trying to get recruited to the Avengers. At their age, bro, I was learning how to tie my shoes properly, and now we got kids out here benching 300, all for them to launch a Beyblade. Like, at this point, I'm speechless. I don't have nothing to say. Bro, there's no way he doesn't have PTSD, because imagine a 500-pound kid running at you like you're a honey bun. Like, I would have been petrified if I saw that. Now I see why Kai always be scared of Phantom. It all adds up now. Bro, from this point on, it gets even more wild, because watch what happens. Alright, so we got this kid looking at the Beyblade's power level, and just from seeing those stats right there, I knew Jingo's about to get cooked. Bro, the battle starts, and we already got this dude spawning in an ender portal like it's Minecraft. Everyone's in the crowd looking mad shook, but I'm not gonna lie, I would be scared as well, because if I saw a gigantic gate, I'm out of there ASAP. The portal opens up, and we see chains coming out of it and wrapping Pegasus around. Like, bro, there's no way you should be going to this level to win a Beyblade battle. The next thing you know, Pegasus gets absorbed by the portal, but that's not the end, because Jenga also gets taken as well. So then Jenga gets his entire body trapped by chains. Like, bro, we got teenagers out here holding people hostage for what reason? Because what did he do to make you this mad, bro? We start off with Bankai, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'ma just call him Rodway for now. So he starts carrying an entire log on his back. Like, bro, what are you training for? Your ops must be someone like Optimus Prime for you to be training like your David Goggins, because you are not in the Navy. All you have to do is rip a Beyblade. What's the point of doing all this? So Rodwave gets interrupted by this guy named Tetsuya, and at first glance, just by looking at his fit, I knew he was gonna be an absolute nuisance, a school threat even. I don't know why he thought putting on Skechers that those toddlers be wearing was a good idea. And on top of that, he has ripped jeans on. Must have got them from the flea market. And to finish it off, he has the craziest haircut I've ever seen. Straight out of sports clips with that one. So the cameraman pans over and we see Kenta watching Tetsuya battle 3 kids with their Beyblades. And it just looks like a normal day in the Beyblade world. But nah, this dude Tetsuya takes things to the next level, because after he wins his match, he says,
With I'm not done yet.
Like, bro, what do you mean you're not done yet? You just won the Beyblade battle. Like, does that not satisfy you enough? Like, what more do you want? Tetsuya is a complete menace because he literally breaks the kid's Beyblade apart, and it hurts his feelings so badly that he gets on his knees like Dirk and starts crying. Like, bro, since when did it get this deep? This gotta be some type of bullying, and we might need Ryuga to put Tetsuya into check because what he does later in this episode should be illegal.
Who will be my next victim?
Like, oh nah, if I'm one of these kids right here, I'm gonna be out of there faster than Sonic after watching an entire Beyblade get torn apart. Kenta comes in out of nowhere, and he was standing on straight business because he asked Tetsuya to battle him. They both let their blades rip, and Tetsuya is so trash that he has to resort to winning the match by doing this.
What's that behind you?
At this point, we need at least 5 referees during a Beyblade battle in case something crazy happens, bro. Because he literally cheats to win the match and then attempts to break Kenta's blade in half. And then Jenga comes in to save the squad, and long story short, he battles Tetsuya but ends up losing because one of the crabs somehow stops his Beyblade from spinning. Like, I can't take this show seriously, bro. I know I ain't the only one. So Tetsuya is battling another blader but ends up getting cooked, and we see him end up on the floor and being clowned by this pole lookalike. And that moment right there was the reason Tetsuya went on his villain arc, because he starts talking about
Realize that things like friendship are just an illusion. And then something awoke inside me.
Nah, bro. Someone needs to put Tetsuya into a mental asylum, because that's not how a normal 12-year-old acts. Like, he should be playing with his Legos at his age. Tetsuya starts screaming like a Disney villain, and then right after, he ends up packing up this kid using crabs. Like, bro, how was that even possible? I thought that crabs were friendly insects, but nah, they somehow got the ability to end people's lives. I don't think anyone remembers this ever happening, because the author of Beyblade gotta be trolling us at this point. I gotta have a small word with him. Tetsuya thinks he's the coldest villain in history, because he starts talking about, nah, we not friends anymore, we enemies now. Bro, he got this man held hostage by a bunch of crabs, and they end up crawling on him, and we know what happened to him right after. Like, where are Tetsuya's parents? Because how are they just allowing him to commit felonies in broad daylight? Like, this entire show makes no sense to me, because at this point, nobody's using their Beyblades to battle. It's just a matter of who can catch the most bodies. So right off the bat, we see that Kenta is battling this guy, and I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know what his name is, but he looks pretty strong to me. Kenta knows he's finished, cause his Beyblade starts breaking apart, and then out of nowhere, he gets tossed onto the ground, and we see smoke around his body, and his clothes ripped and everything. Bro, what could possibly send you flying that far and have you in this type of state, looking like you're about to get sent to the next Michael Jackson concert? Because how does a Beyblade have the power to cause that big of a blast? Like, bro, you cannot make this up, because everyone tries jumping this guy using their Beyblades but end up getting... I don't even know what to say, bro. They're out here fighting for their lives over a Beyblade battle, man. Suddenly, we see Ryuga transform into some type of form. I don't even know what's happening, but look at his eyes. Like, what's wrong with him? Is he going Ultra Instinct? So Ryuga gives his power to Kenta, and we see him disappear into thin air like Thanos. And this must have triggered something in Kenta, because watch what happens, bro. Kenta starts crying, and then he just goes Super Saiyan. Like, bro, he wants to be Gohan so badly. I'm actually weak. If nobody told me what show I was watching, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me that this show was a spin-off of Dragon Ball Z. Because we got kids out here that are 10 years old channeling their inner powers. Not only that, but Kenta's Beyblade literally transforms into a whole new blade. Like, I'm actually speechless right now. The scene starts with at least 100 people standing together. And for what reason, you may ask? Well, it's because they want to battle Jenga. But not only that, they're out here trying to jump someone over a Beyblade battle. Like, what do you actually gain from that? It's not that deep. Like, does Jenga owe you lunch money? Beyblade has to be a national sport at this point, because everyone launches their Beyblade straight at Jenga. Like, what are you trying to do to this man? Turn him into minced meat, looking like Frieza? And Jenga does not know what to do. He's just standing there, because he's never been jumped by metal blades before, which is a crazy thing to say. Jenga is the main character of the show, so he starts going crazy and summons a whole tornado. Like, oh nah.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's officially over. I'm done commentating over this show, bro.
But I really hope you guys enjoyed this collab with my man's BlankBoy. And if y'all enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But I'm out, man. Peace.